should gay rights be considered when it comes to allocating foreign aid?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I know whatever I say will be controversial. Whatever I say, it will definitely provoke controversy. I know that. Um, I think uh, countries should avoid imposing their traditions on other countries. That's number one.
Hmm.
Um, Number two, countries should try to study the traditions, the sensibilities of other countries. Say the African societies are communal.
Hmm.
Basically, communalism is a principle in many ways that operates in Africa. And so the concept of, say, individual rights is very much part of the capitalistic system,
Hmm.
capitalistic individualism. It has led to people being very isolated and not accountable to the community, everybody for themselves. They just stay at home, they make their own decisions. The individual rights are very important in Western culture. But in other cultures, things are a bit, they're more or less communal. You grow up not just as an individual, but as part of a community. Things you do are not necessarily things you choose to do, but you follow what the culture wants.
Right.
Traditionally, it has been that way, and it has affected things like even sexuality and so on and so on. You grow up as a young boy, you expected to get married, to have a family. If a young woman, you go through initiation to be a mother, a wife. They are very communalistic. No person stands up and argues against what the clan, what the family, what the village wants. In my books,
Hmm.
in fact, one of those books, Africans and Americans, I have stated this. Uh,
Okay.
it was written before these big debates started in earnest.
Yeah.
So the Western people should realize they are a very individualistic culture. Everybody decides for themselves what their gender is.
Hmm.
Now there's a big battle about pronouns,
Yeah.
and they are respected in the Western countries. In the USA, the individual declares, my pronoun is he, she, or it, or something else.
Hmm.
It's a very individualistic culture. So the USA, for example, in determining foreign policy, should first of all understand the American society is a very individualistic society. Somebody could decide to change their genders every week.
Yeah.
It's their right in this country.
Hmm.
But other countries don't operate that way. That should be respected.
Yeah.
Um, the African countries, for example, many people in Africa, not all, a good number of people live in polygamous families. Polygamy, and that's not allowed in the USA. So is the USA considering opening up so that a family in Africa that's polygamous should come in here and live like a polygamous family? Why
Hmm.
is it only the gay rights? Why is it only the American-based agendas are pushed? And there is a law against polygamy, and a lot of Africans can't come here because so th- it's a double standard that's going on. It's a double standard that's going on. So I don't even want to say much, but I think there is a problem of imperialism. Westerners have always felt they have the right to impose themselves on other countries. We were colonized that way. We are still under pressure, which is very colonialist. And so there are many, many other dimensions of the same mindset that the West imposes itself on the rest of the world. There's no dialogue, no conversation, no respect, for every country, every society. So that's a big problem. The premises are wrong.
Um, I hear completely what you're saying. I have to agree with you that other countries, whether you agree with them or not, they have to be respected, whether you agree with them or not. And I think you do make a good point about focusing only on the gay rights issue and not polygamy, because that is certainly frowned upon. You couldn't get a green card or marry somebody from here if you are a polygamous person. So it is something that's frowned upon. Although there are some cultures here who do believe in polygamy. There's shows about it. They have polygamous.
I know. Like in Utah, I've heard about Utah. The
Yeah.
Mormons,